Hey guys, welcome back to the Vagabond Code. I'm Javel, your guide on your coding journey. In the last video, we implemented the sign-in screen. In this video, we will start the implementation of the phone number screen. Before we continue, let's fix one thing that we forgot in the last video. When we press the sign-in button and the sign-in options appear, the text should switch to back, as seen in the screenshot. So open the sign-in screen. Wrap the sign-in text with curly braces. And let's do a condition. If signing in is true, then the text should be back. Otherwise, it should be sign in. Perfect. Now let's continue on to the phone number screen. Let's first customize a header. So open the auth layout file and define a screen component for the phone number screen. Within the options, set the header back visible to false. The header title to an empty string. The header right to the close icon. And the header shadow visible to false. So when pressed, the close icon should navigate you back to the sign-in screen. So let's wrap it with a pressable and define the onPress function to navigate back. Okay. To achieve a consistent white color across the screen, here, open the app layout file and wrap the slot component with the theme provider from React Navigation. So define a theme object and spread all the props from the default theme from React Navigation. To set the color prop to an object and spread all the props from the default theme.colors. and set the background to white. So finally, add the custom theme to the theme provider value. Okay, so color would actually be colors, like so. Great. So back inside the phone number screen, let's add the icons. Set the height to 40 and the width to 40. And then add the dot icon. I set the height to 5 and the width to 5. And the fill to light gray. Light gray 1. So let's wrap the icons with a view and add a style so that we can add styling later. So above the icons, let's add some space with a spacer component. Set the space to around 30. Let's also add a style to the parent view so that we can add some styling to it later. Next, add the "what's your phone number" text below the icons. With a variant of, what was it, display large. So what's your phone number? Let's add a little space between the icons and the text. Okay, so now let's create a component for the phone input. So let's just add some style to this view as a placeholder. We'll tackle this component soon. So let's add some space between the text and the phone input. And let's add a text below the phone input. This is Hinge will send you a text with a verification code, message, and data rates may apply. Save that, and the variant will be body small, and the color is going to be gray too, like so. Let's add a little space between the phone input and the text. Maybe 10. And then let's add another text or type. What if my number changes? Question mark. Let's set the variant to be body small bold and the color to be primary dark, like so. Let's add some space between the texts or the types. Gonna be around 40. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so when pressed, this text should navigate the user to the help screen or the help center screen. Where is it? Right here. So we can wrap the text with a link component from Xfer Auto. And set the href to auth help center. Notice when we press the link, it is highlighted. We can remove this highlight by setting the suppress highlighting to true. So let's go ahead and do that. So suppress highlighting, let's set that to true. Save. And if I press again, we won't see the highlight. So we can pass the link to this screen to show this web page as params, right? So for the href, let's just copy or cut this text and replace it with an object. So the first prop would be the path name, which should be the link. Like so. And the second prop should be params. And here we can set the link. So we can define a key called URL. And we can set this to links.phone number. Like so. In the help center, let's customize the header. So inside the auth layout file, let's add a screen component for the help center screen. It's going to be similar to the phone number screen component. The only difference is that the header title should be help center and the header shadow visible should be set to true. Okay, so we forgot to change the name here. Let's set this to Help Center. Like so. And let's go back to the Help Center screen. Okay. So to get the URL from the params that we passed here inside the Help Center screen, we can use the use local search param hook from Expert Auto. Use the local search params and destructure the URL from the param, like so. So this param should actually be an object with a URL of type string. And to confirm that we got the param or the URL, we can render it on screen, like so. Okay, so how do we display the web page for this link? We can head over to Expo Docs and search for web view. Let's install this package. Okay, copy the snippet here and add it to the code, or add it to our code. Let's also grab the import for the web view, like so. And let's remove the style. We won't need that, and we won't need this either. The only thing we need to do here is replace the expo link with our link. Like so. Perfect. Okay, back inside the phone number screen, let's add a custom button component for this action button here. Action-btn. .tsx. Okay, so this action button is going to be similar to the button that we created in the previous videos. So let's open that button and copy what's there, and let's add it to the action button and make some adjustments. Okay, so first let's accept sizes, or size, instead of the height and the width. It's going to be a number. We won't need a start icon. The width is actually going to be set. Okay, so we're going to remove the width from here and the height from here. And we're going to use size and set the default size to be 52. Let's remove the start icon. Here, we're going to set the height to be the size and the width to be the size as well. the border radius is going to be the size, and we don't need any padding. Let's remove the start icon from here. And let's save this. So inside the phone number screen, let's set the action button to the background color to light gray 2. Yes. And inside the action button, we're going to have the chevron right icon. Let's set the height and the width to 32. And let's set the fill to gray 2. Colors are gray 2. Save that. So it may not be apparent from the screenshot, but the button is actually positioned in the lower right corner of the screen. When the keyboard opens, it gets pushed to the position seen in the screenshot. So let's go ahead and implement this. So wrap the entire screen with a fragment. Next, move the action button outside of the main view. And then let's add some styles. First of all, the content should have a flex of 1 and a padding horizontal of what, 20? Like so. You can see that the button is now pushed to the bottom of the screen. All right, let's also add some styling to the icons. Let's give it a flex direction of row and align items center and a gap of 15, or let's say 10. Okay, let's wrap the action button with a keyboard avoiding view. And let's add add a style. Let's say action. And then for action, we can set the flex direction to row. Justify content, flex end. Give some padding of 20. So let's open the phone input. And let's replace the view with a text input so that we can open the keyboard. Save. So when we press this arrow here, the keyboard should open. But we need to get the action button pushed up above the keyboard. Do that to the keyboard avoiding view. Let's add a behavioral. So if the platform.os is equal to iOS, the behavior is going to be padding, otherwise it's going to be height. Also, we're going to set the keyboard vertical offset to 100. Save. Let's refresh. Let's close the keyboard here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so when the keyboard opens, the button is pushed upwards, like so. Now let's see how it looks on Android. Okay, that looks okay. But we're gonna do one small tweak here. We're gonna change the text input, the keyboard type, to be numeric. I feel like this alphanumeric keyboard is a lot bigger than the numeric one. Okay, that's better. Okay, that's all for today. In the next video, we will implement the phone input component. I'll see you soon.